This is not to justify. This is not to glorify. This is not to endorse. This is not to sanction. This is not to worship. This is not to enable. This is not to say this is okay. I'm showing you this clip of a guy who's telling how they run inmate setups because we need to learn, if we ever are going to be working in jail or near jail, how they operate. And this is going to be a good way for people who are law-abiding to figure out how predators can operate in other environments.
Where the kicks at? Where the pains? Where the holes? Where the throws? You know what I'm saying? Cecil.
This is why I train in martial arts.
What other kind of
physical body language kind of things the officers do that really just tell you, this is someone I know I can get, this is someone at least I'm going to make a good effort on?
They're groomings. If you got officers come to work, and I'm gonna show you a prime example. I got 9 sisters, and they used to earn a lot when I was growing up. Now, I done wore a pair of pants today, and my sister wanted to wear my pants tomorrow. I done wore these pants today, and they dirty. We don't got no wash machine. So instead of her trying to wash them or anything, she was just, well, I'm just gonna re-iron them and wear them. And when you do that, they shine. You see what I'm saying? So, you walk down the hall and you see an officer with that shine on the pants, which means the pants are dirty. This person just ironed them pants to come in with them on. You see what I'm saying? So, okay, fine. That means this person taking care of hygiene. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, if your hygiene don't matter, if you don't take care of yourself, you don't keep yourself manic, you know what I'm saying, you don't keep your appearance up, then, you know, something's wrong somewhere. You see what I'm saying? So it's like the ones with the shabby haircuts, the female officers with the nails done but 2 or 3 nails missing or chipped, or, you know, that type of thing. You look for that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? The officer, and it may sound crazy, but if it's a male officer, if he don't wear a watch, I'm gonna try. I know. If you don't wear a watch, I'm gonna try. And a lot of people will say, why would you say that? Because if you don't wear a watch, time don't matter. You see what I'm saying? Time doesn't matter. And if time doesn't matter to you, that means you'll do something. You see what I'm saying? I honestly believe that. I don't wear a watch. Right now I got 2 watches in my cell. I don't wear them though, because time doesn't matter to me. Time doesn't matter to me because I'm doing plenty of it. You see what I'm saying? So if I see you without a watch on, that to me that means time don't matter. So if time don't matter to you, that means you'll do something of it, which means you'll try something. So I'm gonna go put something in your ear and see what kind of response I get. You know what I'm saying? But it's always about that initial response. You see what I'm saying?
Now, this is another thing where, on the one hand, I would say it's a little dated because people don't wear watches now because we have cell phones that tell time. But not only that, if somebody's wearing a watch, you're irritating pericardium, and you're irritating these 2 pressure points here. What is it? Heart 6 and lung 8. Heart 6 and lung 8. So if you're wearing a watch here, I could squeeze that and make you more vulnerable. You'll be more vulnerable to an attack. But the whole gist of what he's saying is, if you don't take care of your appearance, they assume that you don't take care of anything else. So they assume that if you're slopping your appearance, that means you're slopping how you feel about yourself. So they're going to target you. Does that mean that we should all start wearing watches and, you know, have everything buttoned up to here and all like that? We might not necessarily need to do that in day-to-day life, although I'm sure if the better you dress, the more success you have. But if you're going to be working in that type of environment, it's something to think about. And it's something to think about, too, how you dress in general, what type of clothes you wear when you're just out and about in public. I like to wear clothes that I can kick in. Nobody's going to expect me to kick. But if I'm wearing something and if I see somebody doing like that's attacking me, I look at their clothes and everything. I look at what they have on if I think they may be a threat towards me. And I know they're not a kicker if they're wearing something that they couldn't possibly kick me in. Okay? If it's between you and someone who's wearing clothes that are a hindrance to him or her, the predator is going to pick the person who's wearing something that's a hindrance to him or her, rather than you who's wearing clothing that makes it look like if push comes to shove, you can move around and protect yourself. And of course, he doesn't go into this in this video, but watch those piercings and things that we tend to wear, because all those things are handles that people can grab. Here's a story I've told my students, and I know some have been frightened by it, and some parents have been mad about it, and some parents have been glad that I told it. I got attacked by 3 kids one time. I can't even remember what grade it was. It might have been 3rd or 4th grade. It was me against 3 of them, and one of them even do some type of kung fu, and he'd actually had beaten me up a week before too. But it was 2 boys and a girl. The way I handled the girl was I ripped the earring out of her ear. She was done. I think I ripped the earring out of her ear, pushed her into the boy who didn't know kung fu, grabbed the boy's foot who did know kung fu when he tried a weak, badly placed kick. His kick now I know had no retraction. I stuck him in a waste paper basket so he couldn't get out. And I think when the other boy came at me, I like rolled around on something and just like pushed him in the closet. It wasn't anything sophisticated. It looked more like a Three Stooges type skit, to be honest. It wasn't anything really sophisticated. I just out chest matched him. So when you wear that jewelry, these earrings and things you like to wear, all that stuff is handles for people to grab onto. That's one reason why we make you take it off in class too.
So any kind of staff member, be it male, female, old, young, as long as they come to work, they do their job, they act professionally, they show a confidence about themselves, that's somebody you're most likely, not always do, but will not attempt to set up on.
Yeah, that's the problem to take the fuck away from, honestly.
So it's about how an officer or a jail administration member, a church resource person, as long as it's how they carry themselves, it's the amount of confidence they have in what they're doing.
Exactly.
And it's about them nipping it in the bud and shutting it down right when it's happening that tells you not happening on this one.
Exactly. Like I said, man, cats don't either do easy time, they're gonna do hard time. I choose to do easy time, you know what I'm saying? Now if I can find a goat to ride while I'm here, I'm gonna ride that motherfucker. I'm gonna ride that. You can't expect nothing else, you know. If I find somebody wanna give up they $100,000 a year career, then hey, that's on them. I mean, it's on them. I'm not getting paid a dime to be here. I'm not getting paid nothing to be here.
How prevalent would you say this is throughout the states where you've done time?
There's not much more I can elaborate on that. Confidence, not arrogance. There's a difference between arrogance and confidence. Arrogance says, I'm better than you. That can provoke people to come after you. Confidence says, I'm not going to make it easy for you if you try anything, so don't bring it here. And confidence is not necessarily confrontational. Okay? Confidence can keep them from running the con on you. Don't be overconfident. That goes into arrogance. When you're arrogant, you think that nobody can take advantage of you, and that's how they get you. But when you're confident, you're like, I'm not going to let you take advantage of me, so I'm going to establish some boundaries now. So see, that's where our tenets of integrity come into play. So basically, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, they can't get their hooks into you easily. So what they're going to do is pick somebody who's easier, because a lot of times they're in jail anyway because they wanted the easy way out. They didn't want to deal with frustration. They didn't want to wait for anything. They wanted to have it now. So they're going to pick somebody they can take advantage of now instead of trying to wear you down over 3, 4, 5, 8, 20 years. So they're short-term thinkers, but that doesn't mean that they're not very strategic, that they don't have their own wisdom and expertise. A lot of them certainly have violence experience, and these people like this are master manipulators. So, the rest of us should just learn what we can from their tactics to shut their tactics down and stay away from them. And it seems to me like you shut a lot of their tactics down by doing what you're supposed to do in the first place. So thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this with people that like to talk about the martial arts. And peace. And go to the sources that I put below this video. Watch the whole thing. Read the entire PDF.